So here is a piece of spalted birch I've had around for a few years. It was a branch, or maybe it was the tree itself. I split it in half with my bandsaw, or maybe a chainsaw. There is no, oh, there is a little, might be the center. Let's see the other side here. No, the center of the wood's gone, so it has not cracked when I was letting it dry. You can see it's spalted inside there. That's like a fungus it gets when the tree's dead or dying, I believe. I think the fungus, the spalting grows inside the tree, maybe when the tree's still alive. I don't know. I'm not a tree scientist. I'm just a wood carver. So the spalting sometimes give you challenges because that's where it's starting, like inside that spalting, it can get punky, meaning starting to rot, but I think this is a pretty solid piece. Normally, if I didn't say this is birch, normally when I like to carve the birch, I like to keep the bark on. I could glue this on. Like, just put some glue inside there and then go like this. And clamp it till the glue dries. But I don't really feel like doing that on this piece. So I'll pull the bark off. We'll draw on a wood spirit. We'll do another wood spirit video. So you can see here, this is fairly wide grain. Those are the growth rings in there. Well, it's not too bad. I got most of the bark off in 2 seconds. Some of it was sticky. I kind of like it. This would be a branch coming out of the tree. I kind of like that bark on there like that. So I think what we'll do is what will work best. You got to look at your piece. Will it look better if I carve a wood spirit here and have the beard coming down here? Or would it look better like this and carve a wood spirit down here? I think probably like this would be better because you kind of see some hair right here, a hairline. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so I've taken a few sips of my coffee. I kind of see, this is the way I'm going to do it. I kind of see the hair going like this. Boom. So all that's going to be, all this will be carved and we'll leave this natural up here. So our head will be here. Our eyes will be here. Our nose. You've got a bent nose. That's all right. If you want to give your wood spirit a bent nose, give your wood spirit a bent nose. Remember, Jordy, make your noses a little bit longer. Mustache, you can have it coming straight down, or you can have it rolling off the sides. There you go. That's how easy. Just process how you want to carve your wood. That's what we got. All right, so there's our wood spirit. We can make those eyes bigger, can make the nose longer, do whatever you want to do. I haven't carved too much birch, to tell you the truth, even though we have lots of it around here. Birch is always carves a little bit fuzzy. But there's something else I got to say on this video. Now, I'm testing. A company got a hold of me and asked me if I could test this knockoff Dremel battery rotary tool. So I'm doing a test for them using that battery powered, like a cordless rotary tool. And I can't show it, but you know, I already got like four battery Dremels or whatever they're rotary tools. So I'll probably give this one away later once I'm done the test. But I want to see how long the battery lasts and how much power. I think it's the bigger one, like I think it's a 12 volts or something. But so also, this is we call it Jordy Dodo. This is the Wen foot pedal switch. So I think this is very great for people to have. I realize that, well, it's a cordless tool that I don't need this plug-in one. But this is a foot pedal. It's metal, actually. It feels heavier than the plastic ones I get on Amazon. But this would be like an on-off switch for your Dremel. You know, so this is really, you just buy it. This was like 20 bucks, I think. And I think this is it's small, it's compact. It's better than any like the plastic ones that I got. And it's super easy. All you do is just plug your Dremel into this and plug it into the wall. There is your on-off switch for your Dremel. So you don't need to keep, like I'm going to have to do today. I'm going to have to reach over, turn it off, turn this rotary tool on, turn it off with my hands. It sucks. It's so much better to have a foot pedal on, off, on, off. So yeah, I would really, even though I haven't used this when I bought it for my scroll saw, but I'd suggest it. I'll leave a link to this down in the Wen's getting pretty popular with their tools, and they're making better tools as time goes by. And they got a great return policy, but I don't know. I like this little pedal, and I'll be hooking it up to one of my Dremels. So I'll leave a link to this Wen in the description below for my Amazon shop. Yes, I make about 10 cents if you buy this pedal, but I need to say that. And yeah, so I think it's pretty good. It's so simple. It makes your life so much easier than turning your Dremel on and off. Repeat. Used car salesman stuff. This is actually, it's a brand new Dremel flex shop I hooked up to it that David Grass bought me. Thanks, Dave. Here's a Kutzall extreme burr. That's just when I was, the white stuff's just when I was doing epoxy carving. But this is my favorite go-to burr here. See how spiky those spike things are? If you want to get the Kutzalls, just go to the description below. Normally these are black. This is the extreme one, flame. Using the extreme on this wood here, birch wood, probably makes it fuzzier. But what I'm going to do is, this isn't a how to carve a wood spirit video. Maybe I'll practice on the nose or something for the video. But because I think that's what most people struggle with. I know you struggle with the eyes. Everybody does, but the nose, lots of people message me and say they struggle. So we'll see how much of a challenge it is when we're doing this spalting too. So here's a perfect example. If you got little branches or logs, split them in half. But when you're splitting it in half, make sure there's no center of the, what's it called, the heart. Make sure there's no heart in it where those rings go around. Make sure there's no heart there. If there's no heart there, there's less chance of it cracking. Just put it in a dry room or keep it in, this is actually a pretty heavy piece of wood. It's a lot heavier than the bark or cedar that I carve. Let's put it in outside in a shady area. Let it dry for a couple of years. Who knows? This might be a little bit wet inside, but it's a couple of years old now, I think. Anyways, I'm just making this video just to make a video. Hi, Liz. Okay, so to start this off, what I'm going to do is cut around this forehead. Cut deep, remove, cut, remove. So this is sloped this way, all in here. All this wood on this side of my finger will be removed. Ignite the fan. Oh yeah, I got to turn this thing on by hand. That's a pain in the butt for me. I got to turn it up to full speed. Man, what a pain in the butt. Oops, wrong area. Oh boy, I hate not having a foot pedal. So I just want to stop here and say, see how the depth of carved that channel in there? Now this is actually a really super hard piece of birch wood. Now remove this wood here, right? Because for the very beginners, if you got this Kutzall bit on here with your Dremel and you're carving in deep in that channel, this is where you could break your flex shaft because this bit could get stuck inside because you got two walls there, right? Does that make sense? So now remove the wood. Then cut it deep. Once this wood's tapered back like this, then do the cut again, then remove. So cut, remove, cut, remove. Okay, so I'll get that done. Okay, so I kind of cleaned up the area where I'm going to carve the hair. See how far I cut, just past the bark. You could cut this deeper, slope it back. You know, I say on lots of my recent videos, you know, if you're looking at a human's face, the nose always sticks sticks farthest off the face, like your eyebrows would be here and then your nose would be farther. But it's a wood carving. Your nose does not need to stick farthest off the face. That's for sure. Just sometimes, if you're going for realism, I think it looks better when it does stick farther off the face. But sometimes you don't have to do that. It's just something. Well, you don't have to do that. Just something that I say. So we got that carved in there. I think we're about 1/2 inch on the forehead. You can see it slopes back a little bit. You know, you draw the eyes back on and the nose, everything. I cleaned up to where I'm going to draw the eyes and the nose. You can always push those eyebrows back later if you wanted to, but so your eyes here, center line, center of the wood, right? Center line. We'll draw the nose back on. I'm trying to draw my noses on skinnier these days and longer. So if you're going for real eyes, it sure helps. The beard, kind of make it roll off like this. Or you could, because this hair is kind of like a windy day hair, or you can make the beard go like this, whoosh, whoosh, that way. Then you would have to remove some of this wood down here so it doesn't look like such a branch. But this is a branch carving, so it's okay that the shape looks like a branch, if that makes sense to you. So the inside of the mustache, this will be carved away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve across here now, carve across the eyes, carve on the nose. I say on lots of my videos, the deepest part of the carving, this is all going to be carved away, is going to be right down here all around the nose. That's how you get the nose to stick far off. So how about I just turn this on, carve, and you guys can watch for a bit. This is a really nice piece of birch. Okay, there's our eyes carved in, eyebrows. Cut, remove, cut, remove. I say it all the time. I know it's repeat. Cut, remove. Okay. So you should redraw your nose back on, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna. Okay. So now I got this all cut in there. You can see how deep I went in there. Now I'm going to remove the wood all around here. There's that spalting starting to come through underneath the nose. See that? Keep on removing the wood around the nose. See it's starting to come off? Okay, so there we go. So, you know, like talk about the nose sticking farthest off the face. Right now it's not, it's all flat. But if you want to give your piece more movement, carve that deeper in there. So I practice it on lots of my videos. You know, what you'd have to do is carve these eyebrows off, carve this all away, all this wood up here, carve it away, carve it deeper. So should I do that for this video, or should I not, or should I just leave it a flat-faced wood spirit? I think to practice what I preach, I need to carve all this forehead and eyebrows away, carve it deeper, then redraw them on and recarve it. And I think I need to do it. I'll do it offline, off camera thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna carve this deeper. I need to say another reason why I want to carve this deeper is because I want to get that stuff here, that black stuff, coming out in the forehead too, and we got to carve it deeper to hit that point, right? That's spalting. See it starting to come through? Got to carve way deeper. Okay, so that's good enough. Now, wood carving for me is just sometimes, yeah, just carving it, getting it done, sell it, make some money. But sometimes, you know, I really love different characters in wood and stuff like that. So there's no rot inside this. This is the nicest piece of birch I've actually ever carved. Look at that. Fuck, how come I keep on forgetting the name? But I want to keep calling it fungus, but the spalting. Look at that spalting color. Do a little spit test on there. So yeah, like look how neat that looks. So now let's redraw our eyes back on. Now we have to cut deeper again. Meanwhile, when I'm doing all this, I'm trying to keep, so you got two sides to the face. You got your left and your right. Meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep everything rounded the same and the same height on the head. And I'm just trying to keep the 1, 2, here, maybe that's easier. Keep this side the same as the second side. And some days I have a problem speaking. I'm sorry about that. But there. So now, you know, once we cut these eyes in, then we cut the bridge of the nose lower. Like the nose needs to go like, it needs to be sloped in. You can see that line that is there. It needs to be sloped back. You don't want to have a flat nose, right? So I'm going to carve deeper here again. Carve deeper. Just don't shit your pants. I don't know. Okay, cut across the line. Make your eyebrows pop again. Carve around the nose deeper. Actually, one step at a time. Try and keep your eyebrows level. Slope the forehead back again. Start sloping that nose back. Okay, now I'm going to cut really deep where I said around the nose here, okay? Then I'm going to feather all that wood away. Uh-oh. Just killed another Dremel. Maybe it's got a shut off on it or something. Stand by. Yeah, it's got a shut off. Okay, see how deep I've carved inside there? Now I'm going to remove all the wood around it. Try and get that spalting to really pop out. Okay, so there you can see our nose is starting to come off. One thing really nice about using the Dremel is you don't have to pay attention like knife carving about which way the wood grain's going. You can carve in any direction. See how I cut beside the nose there? Remove the wood. Okay. So that's what we got so far. Now you can see that spalting really pop through. So, you know, just pay attention to the wood that you got. Make sure that spalting's not rotten, like punky, super soft. Then you might be able to make super nice wood carving out of it. Now you can see here, knows how far it sticks off a fingernail length. You know, you can still take these eyebrows down a bit more. Whatever you want to do, just make sure you're happy. You can split the eyebrows. So, boom, boom. You got an eyebrow there. You got an eyebrow there. So you remove the wood here, but you have to remove more wood in the forehead again to make those eyebrows pop. Let's do that quick. Then we're going to start carving on beard. And my goal for this video has changed once I seen it's such a nice piece of wood and all the spalting, is to carve deeper and try and get that spalting to shine through. So let's just do the eyebrows first. Oops. So used to using a foot pedal. There's only 10% battery left on this tool I'm using. Yeah, it's dying. Yeah. That's why battery tools are good for when you don't have access to the power if you want to wood carve naked on the beach or something. So I got my normal Dremel 4300, Dremel 4000 hooked up with my older Dremel flex shaft. And you got to watch this pin doesn't sit on your thumb. I always try turning it at the Dremel, but it never seems to line up right. Like I'm trying to turn it now, but it always just seems like it's in that one position where it always wants to rest on your finger or thumb. But so anyways, let's So much better having a foot pedal. Don't gotta turn your Dremel up. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Push that mustache back a bit. Can you still see how I did those cuts right beside the nose there? I cut deep in there, and then I carved the mustache lower so your cheekbones are higher than your mustache. So this would be a cheekbone here. See how it's higher than the mustache? Keep removing wood below that nose. Maybe if some of you caught on, like when I'm doing this carving, I'm kind of working on the nose as I'm going. Like my my carving fusion noses aren't going to look like your noses. Your noses are going to look like your noses. But the more that you do, the better that you're going to get. So now the inside, man, my videos just end up being so long. So I'm going to cut deep inside here, remove some of this wood. And yeah, I'm sorry that my videos end up being so long. What can I do? Okay, so that's what we got so far. So half a branch, man. See how it just everything kind of square, like a branch, square, round, rectangle, whatever you want to say. Now what I do to avoid that, the beard, I'll just kind of cut here, remove all this wood, remove all that wood. Then it's not so rectangle, squarish, branch looking. That's okay up there because we're leaving some of the bark. And this is just how my mind works. Also, you know, like I want to say this video is a little bit, I'm getting confused because I'm trying to follow the color, but I'm also trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't even know if I'll make this video public. So I'd just like to apologize about the last time because I don't want you going to say, don't say sorry, Jordy, but this kind of turned out to be a different video for me. So I'm going to call this one chasing the spalting, chasing the color. Because that's what I'm basically doing in this video. You can see here I pulled out my Fordham. I took some of the squareness away. I also carved some of the back away to give it, see how it's like, see at the bottom there how it's carved away? Because it will give it better shadows when it's on the wall. Not like it's just a flat piece on the wall. There's still lots of room for movement on this piece, but I want to make sure I don't carve too deep and lose that color, right? Because it only goes so deep. So if you look at this fellow does have a pretty long nose. That's okay. That's all right. Like I said on this video, we'll focus on the nose. You know, I could make this nose shorter, but just by cutting it down more, right? And then removing the wood below. So you got a line here, removing this wood below it. Then you'd have to bring these things up higher. Then, because I want to try and give this fellow real eyes. Anyways, let's just carve the nose. Okay, so there's our nose on there. See how it's sloped back? How far it is off the face now. Now all I do, I'm just debating if I should cut it smaller, make it shorter. Nah, it's okay. It's a wood spirit. It's not a real face, this one. Well, none of mine are real faces anyways, but so all I do, your nostrils, you know, when you, another thing too is when you get this different colors in the wood, it can really mess with your mind because you, like up here, it just, I don't know, that the lines mess with my mind. They play tricks with my mind thinking that it was a bad cut that I did, but it's actually not a bad cut. It's just the color of the wood. So just kind of keep that into effect too. So all I do is just, here's your, this will be your nostril. I cut down here along the side. Here's your nostril, cut down here along the side. Then remove the wood in here. So to get the nostrils to pop off. Yeah, sometimes I'll say it like, sometimes when you're first doing the nose, they kind of look like, sorry ladies, but they kind of look like a dink in a ball set. But the more that you do, the less it will stop looking like that. And sorry to anybody that I offended, but it's just kind of the truth. So all we do is just kind of cut around here. I'll remove this wood. Get rid of the pen mark so it's not fooling with my mind. Take that bridge of the nose down lower, right? Okay, you can cut these eyebrows down lower now. You know, sometimes if you think the bridge of the nose is too close to the face, all you need to do is a cut here, a cut. It's hard to show with this white wood. Just need to do a cut on each side of the bridge of the nose, then remove the wood around here, and then you get the bridge of the nose to pop off more. So the nostrils, I just go up. I go up and under into the nostril, right? But you got to make sure you're not too close to the edge of the nostril. You could have a blowout, and it happens to me all the time, and I just really don't care. Shape your nostrils a bit better. I'm just leveling this side down so it's the same level as this side. Always watching both sides. Give them a little bit of a roundness flare. Okay, so there's your nose slope back. It's hard to see, but you got nostrils in here. You know, your nose does have, the bridge of your nose does have a bump in there. So if it goes like this, then out of it, that's fine. All right, so cheekbones. I kind of do them, I kind of just, like, I've been trying to catch myself from not just going like this. And then, because sometimes it makes it look like your cheekbones are, like your face gets too skinny down here. It's hard to explain. So what I do is I'll do a cut down here. Then I'm going to, right in here, right about in here, I'm going to scoop that in with, like, meaning remove some of that wood to try and make it seem like he's got cheekbones. There's one cut. I look at, make sure they're both at the same height. Now I'm going to kind of scoop in those cheekbones. See, I'm turning my piece. I'm turning my piece as I'm doing it. But we're trying not to lose that color at the same time. Cut deep beside those temples. Man, it's so hard to see on video with this whiter wood. Okay, well, that's good enough. I don't know how well you guys can see on this video, but they're sucked in there. Like I said, those lines will fool with your head. What I'm going to do offline now is I'm going to just do some nice smooth cuts on the beard. So you got that cut there where you cut it here. I'm going to roll it off and then connect all the dots and the mustache. I don't want to do too crazy beard hairs on this piece because, like I said, it's basically about the color in the wood now. And the deeper that you cut, you'll lose that color. See, like if I cut into here, I'm going to lose all this color here. So really shallow beard hairs. And I'll use a Kutzall silver bird to do that. So I'll get that done and be back. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I gave this piece lots of movement, lots of sanding. I still have more to do. You can see cut marks in there. But sanding for a piece like this is important to get these colors to pop. See how I made his hair kind of wrapping around the back? Gives your piece movement. It's not such a stick carving anymore, is it? After taking that wood off down there and kind of shaping it, letting people know it's a stick by leaving this part natural, but by shaping it and carving deeper around it. This carved Rob side view. So the thing that I notice on this piece, and I'm not sure if it's my mind messing with me with these colors, but I notice this side has sloped back more than this side of, we're talking right here underneath the eyebrows. It's okay though, I'm kind of done with carving it. I could slope that more, slope those eyebrows down more, but that's all right. So I'm going to carve real eyes right now, and the easiest eyes are to do for me right now. I'm working on making my eyes looking right at you, but I'm not quite there yet, so I'm satisfied. Either make your eyes look left or right, like looking one way or another way. You can make them look up, you can make them look down. The hardest eyes to carve are ones looking straight at you, because if you don't make those pupils perfectly equal with each other, it looks like there's going to be one eye on today and the other eye on yesterday or tomorrow. The wandering eye. Anyways, I'll carve the eyes in that way or that way. I'm thinking kind of maybe that way. So that's what I come up with. See what I said? Make the eyes go one way. I sanded a little bit more. Now I don't have a wood finish, like a clear coat that I like to put on this here. So you can really get the colors to pop by doing a water test. I do this on lots of my videos. But you see how the piece has movement now just by doing some of those cuts on the bottom, making the hair wrap around the back. Let's give it a water test. Now those colors are really going to pop. There you go. There's like even greens and yellows in there. I know Bap over at I Can Carve loves to do spalted wood. So yeah, sorry I kind of got confused making this video just because I was going to practice doing other things, but then I seen the color in it and I just said, well, no, I got to kind of follow the color. Now here's another idea I got. And yes, I signed it on the back, Jordy Johnson, J. I called this piece Colors 2024. Here's that piece of bark that I pulled off. You can always, you know, let's see here. You can always nail this bark to the back of it so it sits in the bark. You know? Let's see. How can I do this? Oh boy. Kind of like that. So it goes around the bark there too. That kind of looks cool. I want to show you guys a couple other projects that I worked on that I filmed for YouTube. There's the sunken ship, man, of the holy wood. I did an epoxy pour on it yesterday. I mixed up some blue and I kind of let it drip off, like you can see right here, like right in the middle of the screen. See that epoxy? I let it drip so like he's coming fresh out of the water. See down at the end of his tongue? See that epoxy? So I think that's kind of neat. I'm going to do another pour tonight. So there's that one. And the one that I carved yesterday, that rotten root ball, I put a little light in it and it kind of flickers. So I'll pull that out too. But anyways, look at those colors pop now. Chase the colors if you got them in the wood. That makes it more fun, makes it challenging. I kind of like how his nose is just the stuff, the spalting, but then it doesn't go around his face, and it kind of just wraps around his face, and then boom, then comes up on the hair. If you can see it. I should have called this guy the man of fire. Let me get that light and turn off the lights here and show you the thing that I did, the root ball. Yep. One other thing I want to mention, I got all these springs from Amazon. I got them like, I don't know, 6 months ago. I want to carve a bobblehead, so it would be like a wood spirit one. So let's see here. This would be like that. So not a wood spirit, but a gnome. So there would be his feet, his arms, his shoulders. Then you got to carve that so it's like a head. Then the head would be up top there, bobbling. But I don't know, man. I think that's kind of more of a just carve Rob thing. But I won't be doing this anytime soon because I'm getting my car back tonight. I can do a chainsaw, go back to chainsaw carving. But here's that slamp. Don't forget it has no finish on it. It's dry. This is just a light from Amazon. It's the smaller bulb, so it's like a salt lamp light thing that plugs in. It's got a switch on and off. And then there's just a cheap, shitty fire bulb in there. See, I just kind of drilled the hole up through and then put it in there just quickly last night. So, I normally don't like to see the bulbs, but this one doesn't have enough holes deep enough for the light to come through here. So it's kind of like a lamp like this, but let's turn the lights off and check her out. All right, it's really not dark out yet, but let's turn this light off. There you go. So let's spin it around. So it even looks neat like that. Oh yeah, look at that. But my favorite view is right here with that, what I said on the video, this part, but you don't see any light. You see the backing light, and I guess you see a light coming through that eye. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. But I think it's pretty neat. Carbon fusion. Let's do one more here. I think this one is pretty cool. Carbon fusion. Over and out. Chase the color, friends. Chase the color.